So first I'd like to thank you for taking the time out to go through this short presentation I put together for you. But before I tell you how I can help you, allow me to tell you a little bit about me. Well, my name's Kate Eaton and I'm a nutrition and lifestyle coach with 15 years experience in specialising in immune and inflammatory health conditions. I also work very closely with a doctor of nutritional science who has written a number of peer-reviewed papers on inflammation and inflammatory conditions. The principles I teach and follow has allowed me to fully recover from the advanced stage of Crohn's disease without the assistance of medication, and additionally made it possible for my mum to dramatically extend her life expectancy whilst battling two very unpredictable forms of cancer and defying the odds for over 14 years. So I can personally say that the knowledge I have to share is incredibly valuable. So how can I help you? Well, in business, we all know every penny counts when it comes to a company's profitability, which is the reason large organisations employ people to identify any savings that can be made on the company's behalf, which allows them to release cash and put that cash back into the business. Speculate to accumulate, as the old saying goes. But one area that I would deem as low-hanging fruit is reducing the amount it costs large organisations in staff being absent from work due to sickness, as well as staff not being 100% focused on their job, which is generally as a result of poor diet and lifestyle choices. Now, you're probably thinking you have very little control over the way your staff choose to live their life. And in some ways, you're absolutely right. But it's not a completely lost cause if the problem is addressed correctly. This is where I would like to offer some guidance and share with you some tips to improving productivity and reducing the time that staff are absent as a result of ill health. Tip number 1. Encourage your staff to replace coffee, tea and other caffeine stimulants for something like matcha, which is a form of green tea, but matcha offers a few more enhanced health benefits than regular green tea. See, matcha offers, like green tea, offers a slower release of caffeine, but matcha, whilst doing that, promotes the brain to release dopamine, which will help to reduce the negative effects from the caffeine. Now, you're probably wondering why these very popular beverages are in fact so bad for us. Well, from a health perspective, there's a couple of very good reasons. Number 1, coffee and tea contain a property that inflames the gut, and protecting the gut, the cells in the gut, that is something we need to take very, very seriously because the gut makes up 70% of our immune system. The second reason is caffeine promotes the release of cortisol, which is what provides us with that instant burst of energy. However, that short burst of energy is actually making matters worse, not better. That's because a consistently raised cortisol level dramatically contributes to oxidative stress, which is going to seriously compromise the immune system and promote burnout within your employees. But let's look at this from a practical perspective and why people consume caffeine in the first place. Well, people consume caffeine to improve their mental clarity and improve their overall energy levels. And although genuinely there can be a number of factors which can result in a person lacking in energy and this affecting their mental clarity, B vitamins is one of the very first things I get any client to address within their diet and lifestyle. And coffee is one lifestyle factor that wipes out one B vitamin, which is essential for brain function and energy production. And with B vitamins in general being so difficult to manage, the last thing you want to do is consume high volumes of a stimulant, which is going to deplete these levels even further. Now, tip number 2 would have to be introduce healthy food options within the workplace. Honestly, you will be surprised how many people will choose the healthy option if it's made available to them. Because with all the media attention around obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cancer being dramatically on the rise, more and more people are open to improving their diet and lifestyle. And the frightening thing is, all this media attention is even focused around how the increase in obesity and type 2 diabetes is on the rise in children. So this is something that really needs to be paid very close attention to. But what usually gets in the way of people making a change to their diet and lifestyle is, number one, having the right knowledge to make the right decisions moving forward. And the second reason is thinking that they need to invest lots of time and money into getting the right results. This is why so many people end up buying into quick fixes for things like fat loss and detoxes after Christmas, which is a big money earner in the industry. But these things don't offer lasting results, and they actually end up compromising the body even further, because the health jigsaw, as I call it, isn't being completed, and change isn't being executed correctly, which leads to overwhelm mentally and physically within the body, and that unfortunately results in oxidative stress. And if we refer back to my last tip when we're talking about caffeine, a raised cortisol level induces oxidative stress, and that contributes to cell damage and damaging the immune system as a whole. Which is why my last bit of advice is take a spoon feeding approach and offer to educate your staff on how to improve their own long-term health by addressing any diet and lifestyle factors that may be making the boy's job harder than it needs to be. You see, good health really is a big jigsaw puzzle. But if you're willing to approach your staff's wellness program correctly and look at it as a long-term plan that will reduce the company's ongoing exposure, I am more than confident I can not only help you consistently see improvements in staff productivity, but I will also help you reduce the amount of time staff are absent from work as a result of ill health, which collectively will save the company money in the long run. As a professional, you know approaching any problem armed with the right knowledge puts you in a position of strength, which is why I genuinely believe this is the greatest employee incentive you could offer your workforce. It's knowledge that will not only just improve their own long-term health, but this knowledge will also safeguard their family's health too. And that's a priceless opportunity. So to find out how my corporate wellness program can help your employees, just go to the web address you can see in the slide or click the link below the video, and I look forward to discussing the options with you.